A lot's happened in the last 10 years. It's a miracle I'm even sitting here now. I got a second chance. And I'm gonna take advantage of that. But I need you with me, Pete. We're gonna heal the world.
Hey guys, this is my best friend Harry.
Hey, good to meet you.
New job, huh? Still gonna have time for tutoring?
We'll figure it out. I didn't know there were bears in these woods. Hey MJ, I have another name for you. Kraven. He's here on some kind of hunt.
No, if you need me, I'm just a call away.
Lee, you don't know what you took from me.
All Miles talks about is how to be a better Spider-Man. How to help you.
What the hell's going on with Pete?
He's not himself. Go help him.
This was our dream. I'm not going to lose him.
We're going to heal the world.
Miles, I need your help.
What is this stuff? Wait, Pete! I got an idea!
Nice! One more time! On three! 1, 2, 3!
Welcome back, everyone. Happy Comic-Con week. Marvel just dropped a brand new Spider-Man 2 trailer for the video game. There's a bunch of Easter eggs here, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. When the game is released in October, I'll probably give a couple copies of the actual game away. It'll be coming out around the same time, big coincidence here, as the Kraven the Hunter movie is coming out. Kraven's gonna be one of the main villains in this game.
You didn't see that coming?
That is what we call synergy, but obviously the biggest metaphorical and literal thing in this trailer is way more Venom. Tony Todd was actually at their Comic-Con panel and did some more of the Venom voice.
We are Venom.
A lot of stuff going on here, so we'll just start at the beginning of the trailer and work our way through shot by shot, talking about Easter eggs, WTF moments. There is a ton of brand new footage though. They start with a brand new scene of Harry Osborn looking like after he's gotten healed, like he's come out of the tank and he's talking to Peter at Midtown High about the past 10 years of their life together. His whole speech about not taking things for granted and wanting to heal the world is meant to dovetail with the end of the trailer. In the Venom voice, we will heal the world, as in Harry Osborn Venom. And I think they're pretty clearly implying from the previous trailer scenes, all this heal the world stuff, is that the Venom symbiote wants to consume the entire planet, like turn the entire planet into a planet of symbiotes. There were a lot of posts a while ago when they released the last big trailer saying that Harry Osborn wouldn't be Venom during the game, but I think they were referring to all the footage that they dropped of Peter Parker wearing the symbiote. That's like a whole separate thing because there are several different scenes in this trailer where you see a couple different versions of the character. Like you see full-on Venom with the Spider-Man symbol, but then you also see Peter Parker wearing the symbiote. And the idea is they're meant to be two completely separate characters, so I think that Venom does wind up being Harry Osborn.
We're gonna heal the world.
We're going to heal the world.
Why else would Harry Osborn and Venom have said the same thing in different parts of the trailer? We see Miles Morales and Peter Parker going on a mission together. We saw a lot of them in the last big trailer, so we know a big part of the game will be them together on missions. Then they go to Coney Island. There are a bunch of Spider-Man Easter eggs in the background here too, like you have Hydro for Hydro Man, and this person on the back is wearing a t-shirt with the Spider-Man symbol made like a heart. Peter introduces Harry Osborn to everyone else. When Miles says, "Are you sure you're going to have time for tutoring?" it just means that Peter has become a teacher in the time since the last game. I think the person with the green t-shirt in the background, like the green glowing logo, is meant to evoke Green Goblin. Like there might have some Green Goblin references in the game, but I'm not expecting him to be a huge character, maybe in the third game though. they play some footage from the last trailer hyping up more of the Kraven threat. This villain he faces with the bear costume is called Grizzly. His real name is Maxwell Markham. He was a wrestler turned supervillain due to his legacy being stripped from him after an accusation of fraud, and to this day still seeks revenge on the people he thinks wronged him. When he tells MJ about Kraven, it seems like during the events of the game, she'll be working for J. Jonah Jameson. At least they said that on the panel. There's not a lot of footage of J. Jonah Jameson during this trailer, but she will be working for him at some point. It looks like at some point the Venom symbiote winds up healing Harry, but then escapes in some disaster, and then maybe that's how it gets to Spider-Man. This footage of Miles Morales confronting this prisoner here is meant to be Martin Lee Mr. Negative. He's confronting him for killing his father. That's what he means when you don't realize what you took from me. Then they hype up the whole Spider-Man symbiote storyline of it all, with everybody, like all of his friends, MJ, even Miles, seem like they get really worried about Peter, and he goes super dark because of the influence of the symbiote. This seems like Miles trying to infiltrate Kraven the Hunter's base and all of his cohorts coming for him. Peter Parker with the Venom symbiote trying to help the Lizard, Curt Connors. I think one of the big storylines in the last trailer was him trying to find a serum to help cure Lizard before everybody else got to him and killed him. Part of the idea, though, is that because he's become Lizard, he goes a little crazy, so he's trying to stop him and cure him before he winds up doing something that gets himself killed. There's more Norman Osborn, Harry Osborn scenes inside their special lab where they had the Venom symbiote and he was in stasis trying to be healed. Notice how they're bathed in the green light, green for Green Goblin, more references there. When he gets really pissed off, though, it just seems like something drives him to a darker place, and that maybe has something to do with the Venom symbiote. Then we get full-on Venom going crazy on one of Kraven's ships, and like I said, I think this is completely separate character, Harry Osborn Venom, not Peter Parker in the Venom symbiote. Let me know in the comments, do you think this is actually Harry Osborn Venom, or is it another character who has become Venom? Kraven the Hunter is going to be the main villain, and he comes to New York City to start his great hunt. Like, he comes for his hunting grounds because there are just way more heroes and villains, anti-heroes for him to take down. The events of the game are meant to pick up after the events of the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, and obviously a couple years after the events of the first game. But what they don't explain is that when they pick up 6 months later in New York City, Peter Parker already has the Venom symbiote suit. So you're wondering what happened to Harry Osborn, who had the Venom symbiote before him. Norman Osborn will be Green Goblin at some point, either during this game or they'll tease him at the end for Spider-Man 3, because there'll probably be a third game. Pretty easy to assume. They'll probably explain that in some flashback, because it sounds like you'll start the game in that 6 months later timeline where he already has the symbiote, or maybe there'll be some quick moment at the beginning where it explains how he gets the symbiote. But when Kraven is selecting New York City as his hunting grounds and he looks at the pad, they reveal most of the other characters that are going to appear. Now, there's other characters that they don't reveal, like Genki is a big character and he's not on the readout here. But at least the other ones that they show in this moment are Black Cat, Prowler, Wraith, Tombstone, Taskmaster, Kingpin, meaning he's coming back. They locked him up at the beginning of the first game. Shocker, then obviously the Lizard. And when the action picks up 6 months later in Queens, it looks like what's happening is at Spider-Man's house, they come looking for Curt Connors' Lizard, who's broken out of his house and run to the docks. With Spider-Man busting out of his basement with the symbiote on, coming after Kraven's people, yelling at them to stay off of him, and you can see he's gone super aggro, which Miles Morales remarks on later, like, no, he's never like that. And that's meant to be right out of the comics, and you've seen Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, you've seen all the other symbiote stories. It drives them way darker, way more hardcore.
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
What's going on here?
But the whole idea here is that he's trying to protect Curt Connors' Lizard because it sounds like he's dying. Like, he says that he's dying and we're the only ones that can save him. But also in addition to that, Kraven has selected him to kill him as one of his next targets. When he calls Miles, you notice that he's using the drone, which looks like it's based on Vulture tech, like it's a Vulture-looking type of drone, but Genki's voice is speaking through it. The other big thing, too, is that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, a lot of the PS4 Spider-Man characters are characters during that movie. Like, because it's a big multiverse movie, they canonize both Spider-Man PS4, like this version of Spider-Man and this version of Miles Morales, as well as Spider-Cat to the events of that movie. The only other thing they don't really touch on here is the idea the raft just holds a lot of Spider-Man's villains, so they might travel back there at some point, but it sounds like based on all the targets that Kraven selects, a bunch of them are already roaming free around New York City. They also released this extra little trailer for the special PS5 console they're releasing for the game. There'll be a bunch of other big trailers dropping in the next couple of days. There's supposed to be a new Marvels trailer, and there's supposed to be a Loki Season 2 trailer. I don't know if they've delayed that just because Marvel changed all their Comic-Con plans, but there'll still be a bunch of other big trailers. There should be an Invincible Season 2 trailer on Friday. Of course, I'll do videos for everything. Make sure to enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss anything. Click here for all my Comic-Con trailers. I'll update the link as soon as I start posting those. And click here for that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse teaser trailer video. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.